Tim Crichton. I'm a NAC member from Walgett, New South Wales.
My name's Annette Kennedy. I'm from Walgett, born and lived in Walgett all my life.
I'm Ronald Long. I'm Gunnedah from Gunnedah.
My name is Sharon Gibbs.
My name is Ronnie O'Donnell. I was born Rhonda O'Donnell, but nobody calls me that.
My name's Craig Aspinall. I'm from Hunter Central Rivers Catchment Management Authority, based down in the Hunter.
My name's Arthur George Fernando. I was born in Collarindabrae. I'm 77 years of age.
My name's Therese Wenner. I live at Weewar. I've been there for 39 years. I originally moved from Lighton Ridge when I was a teenager.
A whole lot of it's been a highlight for me. It's been one of the best meetings I've attended.
I enjoyed the bit of a artistic little test we done, exercise. Enjoyed the video clips from the Central Coast CMA. We've got schools involved with replanting vegetation and stuff. So open your eyes to a lot of things. Yes, very inspiring. Different areas, and different programs and outcomes. Yeah. Something that we can put into practice for our little CMA. Yeah.
What happens is we generally can get caught up in just doing what we're doing and for our own mobs, and that's great, but it's important to get together with others and share the stories and see what others have done, see what strategies they've done.
Just knowing the different programs and different CMAs that do different projects, and that gives you ideas what we can do in our area.
I really enjoyed last night listening about the endangered species and how over even a short period of time some species have been, have been eliminated. I really enjoyed listening to that and learning, because that's some of the stuff that we're going to be doing within the Darrywa Elders group, is identifying different vegetation and fauna and flora around our area. So that was interesting.
Actually, I think the highlight was learning about Wattle Ridge and also reconnecting with other coacs, meeting some of the community members from Walgett and others that had come in to have a look at the forum.
Yeah, I think the highlight of the forum so far has been seeing all the products and projects that people have been doing.
Listening to the other catchment officers, all the catchment officers that have presented so far, how they've worked and how they've worked in partnership within their communities, and how much involved and committed they are, and just working and building up those partnerships, because you can't do anything, I don't think, without having others' assistance and their commitment to whatever you're doing. Yeah.
A lot of new things, and the things I've learned today is, speaking in conference and things like that. So that was something, pretty well not real good at, but yeah, I sort of finding that sort of, it's given me something else. Yeah.
Perhaps the information about Wattle Ridge, I was interested in the Indigenous protected areas, and this was a real success story, so it was really interesting hearing about it.
Oh yeah, very worthwhile. I think it's captured nearly everyone that's been here. As I said, they're having a joke and still taking in a bit of knowledge about what's happening around the place. Everyone's talking about it after the meeting. Had a good yarn about it last night.
Every different meeting you go to, and a different place you go to, there is different ideas. And I like the ideas that you young men have put up to the way you're going to run your CMA in the future. And it's, I don't think someone should change it.
The land management that really concerns me is mining, where it's taken, there's like our land is getting destroyed, where they're mining, they're destroying, knocking down trees, our vegetation, native vegetations are getting destroyed. Also, it's weakening our island, our country. The mining's weakening our country.
What I don't like about it is these people with these gas mines and that over at Pilliga. You know, those sort of things, you know, that's coming up. I support you people in you know, saying, no, you can't do that, you can't do these things. But what's under the ground, we got no control of.
Oh yeah, no, everyone's getting something from it, you know. Things that we didn't know. We didn't know that so many animals in our area were going to be extinct, you know, just wiping them out. I don't know whether that's because of the timber being shifted and all the land being cleared or what, you know. Gas mines coming in, even coal mines coming around the place, you know.
There's a real fear factor amongst private landowners, and on their property they have a wealth of culture and heritage, and when they apply for clearing, you know, permits, there's no cultural and heritage impact done in those cleared areas, and so, you know, there's evidence lost, and that concerns me an awful lot. And I'd like to think that, you know, the government departments would be able to put a bit more effort into dispelling the fear factor that, you know, that land's going to be locked up if they find any culture and heritage on it. Or
no, it's just everything, like you can't help soil erosion and stuff like that. But there's a lot of new plants I've seen on the clips yesterday. I've never seen before, you know, that's invading natural grasslands and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I think the just clearing of the land, you know, like there's land we're supposed to be putting a stop on clearing land, but it's still happening, you know. People don't know about it, and the government's not really worried about it because they're just letting it go, and no one's been dragged into the courts over it or anything.
They might have programs for this and that, but it's always your attachment to the country, and that you don't want to see it destroyed. You want to sort of conserve what we've got now, instead of having mining coming in, doing things on the land, not regenerating our trees and our grass and everything else.
But thankfully, as Aboriginal people and Aboriginal staff in the CMAs are all wonderfully committed and passionate and loyal people, and we can get the outcomes, you know, that are wanted if we're just left with a bit of freedom and a bit of flexibility and innovative ways to deliver the same outcomes that the Australian and state government funding bodies want us to deliver.
I mean, preserving sites, I'm just trying to think of what we're doing out at Walgett with Darrywool, and preserving the sites and the weed control, because we've got some sites that have just, you know, been overrun by the different kind of weeds that are out there, spiny burr and that sort of stuff. So for us it's preserving that and keeping those sites maintained, so that, you know, that when people do go out there to have a look at it, they can actually see what they're looking at, and not just, you know, a whole lot of weeds and trying to work out what's what and where's this place. And so for me, that's what I'm looking forward to, is preserving, you know, those sort of sites and keeping them recognised and people aware of them and wanting to go out and have a look.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I sort of want to have a little bit of a say, and with, you know, with the river and everything. Like I grew up on the river and all that, so, you know, all that's part of my life because I was there every day when I was growing up. So.
Well, at the moment, I've learned that there is ways we can bring our communities together in our regerminating of plants, wildlife, and getting employment into the communities and helping, especially teaching our children, which is a big issue with. We need to get our younger generation up and out into the fields of all different types of jobs so they can bring it home and show us, teach us and carry it on for years to come.
Yeah, all our young ones today, they don't sort of know. They wasn't brought up the way we was, you know, with our grandmothers and our mothers teaching us the old ways. Young ones today, they just got, I don't know if they got any initiative or not, or haven't been given the opportunity to do what CMA sort of gives you the opportunity to do.
Aboriginal people have been saying the same outcome for decades of what they want, and I see the role of CMAs and, you know, through their reference groups, just being able to deliver on those where other government agencies have probably failed or lacked to do in the past, and we're advantaged by the fact that CMAs are relatively new.
Highlights has been a lot of learning and you know, hearing a lot of new things and yeah, so I can sort of go back to my town and come up with some ideas and things like that for the community and where I come from. And
if they put this out to the young people, you know, they would grab it, I think, and go with it and actually do something about it.
You go down the river fishing and that, you think you might sit there and you see the riverbanks are back further than they was 6 months ago, and you think, oh, I wish I could do some sort of program to help this. Yeah.
This meeting, I've thoroughly enjoyed this meeting. I've been coming to these NAC meetings for about 3-4 years, I think. And we've had them all at different venues, but everything seems to be, you know, tight-knit and that, but this is a very open meeting, and laughing and joking, and that's the way to hold them, you know. You hold people at the meeting then when you're joking and laughing and not being serious all the time about things, you know. That's what I like to see.
One day in the future, the people of this country will come to Aboriginal people and say, we've stuffed it right up, can you help us fix it?
I mean, we manage the land better than any other person in Australia. The Aboriginal people, they know what's good for the land, they know what, I think I've been taught all that.